Look at that view. Good morning, folkers. See if y'all trickle in. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. It's now the gorilla. Definition of anarchy. Tis the channel. So it looks like Henry Kissinger is behind most of all this. Oh yeah, he pulls a lot of strings. He's something else. He's been around for a long time. See if y'all hit that like button on the way in. Get these notifications out. You know me. I actually started my ruck about 20 minutes ago. I've done a couple laps already. Slim 6400, what's up? What's good, fam? You know what it is. Getting my ruck on. Faye Bell, what's good, mama? Faye Bell, she's been around since I started my channel, but I haven't seen you in a minute. How's everybody doing? Yes, physical fitness is key. Physical fitness, mental fitness, spiritual fitness, all keys. Just so y'all know, soon I'm gonna start a fitness channel. It's gonna be called The Definition of FIT. It's an acronym. The definition of function, intensity, tactics. Function, intensity, and tactics. That's what my fitness programs and my fitness channel is going to be based around. It's basically functional fitness. It's going to cover a lot of things. What? Arrested, 14-day lockup when I asked for social services. You injured? I injured my corneas temporarily. I'm getting better. Oh, that's what's up, Faye Bell. You said you were on lockdown for 14 days? You got arrested for what? Was a 14-day lockdown because of Tecate 19? Sharon Fulton was good, mama. It's a beautiful morning. A little hazy, but it's not smoke. They think you're insane because you got an eye injury? That makes little to no sense. That's crazy. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Faye. Hopefully everything works out for you. The police, AKA social worker, the police does everything now, don't they? Georgia. I got a niece and great nephew that lives in Georgia, as well as other family. Georgia's my second home. Even though I haven't lived there in 20 years. You asked the wrong place for help. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, you got to be careful about who you go to for help, especially government agencies. And that's why I say we need to bring people into our circle of different expertise. That's why I said, get a doctor in your circle. Get a like-minded person who's a doctor in your circle. So that if you really need something, you can go to them first and foremost. And they'll exercise actual discretion. I need a doctor in my circle, believe you me. And I have an idea of who one might be. I just have to talk to him. You afraid to go to VA? Yeah. I'm not really a fan of too many commonwealths. Virginia's on some different shit, man. They'll lock your ass up for 30 years for marijuana. Georgia's wild. Virginia's wild. I would never live in Virginia. I'd visit it. My boy Wax Dog lives out there. Wax Dog, Front Street. They're out there. Tazo TV. But I ain't gonna be able to live there. New. Mighty Mouse. UFL Mighty Mouse. A YouTuber who puts on all kind of boxing matches in the hood. He lives out there, but he hates it. Oh, VA hospital. Oh yeah, that too. VA hospital. I use a VA hospital for very few things. Like if I want free dental work, I'll go there. Something that's not too urgent, I'd go there for it. But if you want a sure way, if you're depressed, don't go to the VA. If you're depressed, if you're suffering from PTSD and you're having a breakdown or something, don't go to the VA. No, seek out other sources, people that really care. Maybe other veterans who have figured out how to cope with their PTSD. That's who I would go to if I were suffering from PTSD. I don't, by the way. Putting that out here on the YouTube and for the world to hear, I'm not suffering from PTSD in the least. Okay, pumpkins? So if y'all hear, just so y'all know, for future reference, just in case. No. I use the VA hospital for what I need to use it for. Nothing more. If I want to get free braces for my knees or my back, if I want to, get some cream, some icy hot type shit, I'll go to the VA for that type of shit. But thank God I have Union Medical, Cadillac Medical Insurance, where I could use my PPO to go to any doctor I choose. Like a holistic doctor, I can go to them. But anyway, find a group that can help you. Exactly. ABL say no police corruption. Yeah, you can go back and check it out. Well, that's what they say all the time. Police corruption is not a problem. Police corruption is not a problem. Police brutality and in the black hood ain't a problem. This, that, and the third. Couldn't be further from the truth. If the police departments are full of human beings, there is no choice but for there to be corruption. It's just, how is it being dealt with? Or is it being dealt with? Is it being covered up? Are the higher ups corrupt? If the higher ups are corrupt, then the rank and file are going to be corrupt as well, for the most part. And if you are a good person in the police department, you got two options. You shut up, turn a blind eye to it, which makes you indifferent, or you blow the whistle and risk your life being in danger. Those are your only two choices as a good person in the police department. You know, every now and then you can give a kid some ice cream. You can play basketball with kids in the hood, but you know, to keep up appearances, to make it seem like, look, there are good cops out there, but what are you really doing to tackle corruption, which is a huge problem in every police department, damn near. You know, shit, I got information on some more shit that I'm going to talk about. Hey, I might do a video on it today. You know, it's just so many examples. So when people tell you, oh, there's no such thing, it's not a problem, the police are the greatest heroes in the country, we don't need police reform, we need citizen reform. When you hear shit like that, you gotta really look inside and see who you're supporting. Who are you supporting? Are you just going to take their word for it, or are you going to look it up? Or are you going to look up that information yourself? Are you going to do the due diligence to fact check what these people are saying? And that's the problem. These people, these black conservatives, look, and I stay on black conservatives' head because they are more dangerous than the white conservative, okay? Because they reach further people. They reach more people. They reach the black community, and they also reach the other community. They reach the non-black and the black community. The white conservative only has so much reach. The black conservative, though, way more reach than anybody. Okay, and this is why I do this. Is ABL actually taking up that? I don't know, man, Kevin Dugan, but I'm going to refrain from the ad hominem attacks. What I'm going to say is, ABL is probably one of the least. He's not as far going as Brandon Tatum. He's still. I think there's still something. He can be reached if you reason with him enough. But right now, no one has presented him with a good enough argument to sway him. Okay, he hasn't encountered anybody that has the mental acuity to go toe-to-toe with him. I have done it, okay? I have done it on his show. I have done it when I called in. I had most of his audience agree with me. Sometimes they don't, depending on what I say, especially if I say something against the cops, they'll start tripping in the comment section. But if I go into detail as to why and I explain myself, his audience often agrees with me. And, you know, you can kind of see, okay, well, I can see what you're saying. He'll say something like that. You know, I don't know, man. But I think what's going on is he has a huge echo chamber over there. All right. He has a huge echo chamber that eggs him on. And he feels like, oh, well, you know, my audience is growing. And they're all patting me on the back. They're all putting the battery in my back. So I must be doing something right. I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to keep continuing on this path. That's what you have there. The problem is some people are lost forever. Yeah. I don't think that's ABL, though. He still has some sense. The problem is the bad cops playing good cop and giving a few good ones a bad name. And there are very few good ones. Yeah. I'll call them indifferent ones. I don't call them good. I call them indifferent. Because they may not be participating and the corruption and the brutality themselves, but they know what's going on and they're not doing anything about it. Lincoln Hellefeld said we can police ourselves. I agree. That's what we should be doing. Because guess what? Police officers aren't special. We can do everything a police officer can do for ourselves. We can go to training. We can get the resources, the money, the vehicles, the weapons. We'll just operate differently. We'll operate on a plane of protecting and uplifting our community. That's not what the police do. They're not there to uplift and protect the community. They're there to keep us in line for the politicians. Police is just safe slave patrol. Exactly. The police have never been for the people. They've never answered to the people, but we pay their tax, and that's the problem. So the question in the title is, do we need police officers or law enforcers? No, we don't. What we need to secure our own rights, our own lives, our own communities, for our own best interest. We're doing ourselves a disservice every time we allow money to be taken out of our paycheck to go to things that we haven't. As you guys know, the closer I get to the cell tower at the top, the worse my reception gets, right? Makes a lot of sense. Rodney Morrison thinks ABL is a lost one. He might be. They used Supreme Court Judge RBG to refresh the fake left-right paradigm. Of course they did. They do it they take every opportunity to do that. Bakari Akil Bey, welcome to the Definition of Anarchy channel. They will never give up power or wealth, slave catchers. Well, we just gonna have to take it, aren't we? We can't wait for them to give it up because they never will, like you said. We gotta take our power back. Fuck that. Sting, what's up, man? Everyone is saying we can go get one of Trump's good Supreme Court judges. I say you will get whatever Judge Henry Kissinger wants, no matter who's president. Yeah, if y'all think the president has a say, even if Trump gives you the illusion that he chose someone, it's not gonna be his choice. Look, we have 5 and 4, okay? Well, 4.5 and 4. Like, we got 4 conservative judges and, well, almost 5, okay? 4 liberal, 1 who just died. We had, and they still refused to look at Second Amendment cases. They still kick those things back down the road. They still won't touch 2A cases, with the majority of judges being conservative. What's one more conservative gonna do? Huh? Do we really know these judges' position on the Second Amendment? We know what we're told, but it hasn't bared anything. Nothing good came out of it, right? We're still having our rights violated. You know, civil asset forfeiture is still a thing thanks to Trump, because he likes it. So what are we really talking about? Why can't we see what's going on here? And you know who needs the police? You know who needs law enforcers? The banksters. They wouldn't be able to dig in our pockets without representation, right? They wouldn't be able to extort us the way they do without law enforcers. Without law enforcers, they wouldn't be able to extort us. You understand what I'm saying? They wouldn't be able to do it. Just like the mob in New York wouldn't be able to operate the way they do if they didn't have pigs on the payroll. So they need the police. They need them. The left and the right. Don't get it twisted. Exactly, policy enforcement. Has nothing to do with serving and protecting. Sting, exactly. About the banksters needing law enforcement, exactly. He does no research on the candidate. Of course, it doesn't even matter if he does the research. They will never give us our rights back without a fight. They'll give the illusion, right? But Donald Trump is pro red flag laws. Dan Crenshaw is pro red flag. He co-sponsored the TAPS Act, which I keep talking about. Already got mine. Yeah. And that's why I say I don't need the Second Amendment. We really don't need it. All it is an affirmation of the fact that we have that right. It doesn't grant the right. It's supposed to protect it. It's supposed to outline that right. It's supposed to say, okay, it's really for the politicians. They're supposed to read and say, okay, we're not supposed to infringe on the people's right to keep and bear arms. So we won't make any laws going against that at all. But there are tens of thousands of laws on the books in this country that goes against that. So already they have violated the Constitution. Okay? You 18 U.S. Code 242. What does that law say? Under the color of law, if you violate a person's rights, then you should be imprisoned. And if you kidnap a person under the color of law while violating their rights, you could be sentenced to death. When has that ever happened? When have they ever carried out that code? When have they ever carried that out? Never. Marcy T was good. They have never upheld 18 U.S. Code 242. Ever. Otherwise, if they did, damn near every police officer in the country, damn near every lawmaker, damn near every judge, damn near every FBI agent, damn near every president would have been murdered, would have been executed. You understand what I'm saying? If they followed that code like they're supposed to, every single law enforcer, damn near, every politician, every president, every judge, I ain't playing, every single one of them would have been summarily executed like they should have been. But that don't happen because they pick and choose what they want to enforce. You understand what I'm saying? But these people, these people that uphold and perpetuate the left-right paradigm lie, they won't ever talk about that. When Brandon Tatum tells you, oh, it's the law, you got to obey the law. Even if the law is unconstitutional, he still backs the law above the Constitution. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Getting chased by a bumblebee. I don't fuck with bees, man. So, Brandon Tatum, who used to be a cop, violated 18 U.S. Code 242 and probably kidnapped somebody while doing it. So, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Corrupt demons run it. Yeah. Work on getting out of the system. Well, that really is not going to work because the system is everywhere. It's had its feelers everywhere. What we got to do, exactly what Marcy said, you're going to have to get out of the world to escape it. There is no escape. Unless you have a portal or a wormhole that goes to another dimension where there's no corruption, where there's no bankster, where there's no central banking system controlling everything, you're not going to escape it. The best thing to do is to stand up and fight. stand up and say no. Say no to the crack scene. Say no to the remote schooling spying on your house. Say no. Say no to all this shit. Say no to these laws that they create. That's the best thing to do. And then if they say, oh no, you're gonna do it anyway, then you gotta be prepared for that. That's the only way. You cannot escape. You can't escape it, man. That's why, my friends, oh, I'm gonna go to Africa, get away from this shit. What are you talking about? Are you kidding me? China up in there doing worse shit. No, I'm not allergic to bees. I just hate the sting. I got stung by a bee a few weeks ago. Shit's not fun. But this wasn't even, I think it was a beetle. One of them big old bumbling beetles that can't see. That's what I really think it was. What did she say about the bumblebee? Vanessa Poindexter, hey mama. Fabian socialists always say faith in talking is wacky religion. What? Yes, exactly, Martin D. We must usurp. You can't run from it, man. That's why I tell my friend, "Ooh, let me go to Africa." Okay, you in for a rude awakening over in Africa, where they're making Chinese people chiefs of tribes. You got life fucked up. You think going to Africa don't do anything? No, I'm gonna stay right here. Sting, ha ha ha, hee hee, snap. Them bees chase me no matter what. Yeah. Especially if you put on insect repellent, the natural. Cause I use a natural insect repellent without DDT, and they love that shit. They love the oils in the repellent. So you got to stand up where you're from. Yeah, exactly. And there's a tribe in deep South Africa that they ain't messing with, and they getting ready. Okay, all right, man. You think that a little tribe in the deep South Africa is going to help you fight for freedom? What's the difference between that and standing with people right here where you are, standing with people right here and fighting, if it comes to that? So you mean to tell me you want to get all those inoculations and vaccinations that they give you before you go to Africa? You want to get all that? Because we have a friend who wanted to go to Africa, but he had to take all these vaccines, and he almost died. They had to remove some of his stomach because the reaction to those vaccines was so bad. Nope, not me. Not me. I'm not flying to Africa. I'm not going to Africa by any legit means. Let me tell you that right now, because I ain't taking all those vaccines that are required. So, you feel me? Enjoy. No, I'm not playing the fool for anybody. What? Let me see something. Hold on, y'all. I don't even know how many times I did this, man. I lost my count. I keep doing that. It is a continent, Rodney Morrison, but you have to understand, yes, it's a big continent, but ain't nowhere these people can't reach. What I'm saying is, you're gonna have to end up fighting, right? See, these people don't want to go to Africa because they want to fight in Africa. It's because they think it's an escape from a fight. It's not an escape from a fight. Damn sure not an escape from a fight. No to mask, no to crack scenes, that's what's up. In America, possession is 90% of the law. Stand up for what you have, where you are, and don't fall for minimalism. The crack scene damage is real. Yeah, for sure. You know, did you guys see? I think it was in November. I uploaded a video where the World Health Organization is talking about the lack of trust of people in the lack of trust of vaccines by the people. And they go into how there are a lot of dangerous things in these vaccines. Right out of the WHO's mouth. So, if you guys go back in my video log to November, you'll see that. Why hasn't that been made viral? Not my upload necessarily, but that whole conversation they had about it. They want people to trust the vaccines, even though there are dangers with the vaccine. Oh, how do we get people to trust us again? Trust the vaccines again? Well, this is going on with it and that's going on with it. That's why they don't trust it, blah, blah, blah. Instead of saying, you know, these vaccines could be doing more harm than good. Let's eliminate that and go with something else. Let's go with prevention. Let's go with optimizing health, okay? Not maintaining sickness, optimizing health. Fight where you at. Meaning, if you're in Africa right now, fight in Africa. If you're in New Zealand, fight in New Zealand. You're not going to escape it. Now, if you want to go visit these places just because you want to go visit, you want to get a taste of culture, oh, okay. But to say, the government in America, I got to get away from them. You ain't going to get away. You're going to go to a whole new set of corruption. More blatant and more obvious. Let's see. Boost your immune system. They're not going to tell you that. I mean, Dr. Fauci will tell Jennifer Garner on Instagram Live, but he won't make that. He won't come out during the conference and say, you know, I take vitamin D to help fight contracting COVID or Tecate-19. He's not going to. And YouTube, I'm not saying vitamin D will help fight against Tecate-19. I'm saying that's what Fauci said out of his own mouth. Snap. Marcy T says, Snap. Christopher Michael, my son said, what up, brother? Tell him I said, how's it going, brother? No mask, no vaccine. Should we never all get all cracked up to travel here? My ear sensitive to plane pressure anyway. I'm not doing it. If I had to go to a country and they require all kind of crack scenes, just like I want to go to Thailand. If I really want to go, and I don't want to go to Thailand to escape American imperialism and to escape oppression. No, I want to go to get immersed in Muay Thai. That's why I want to go to Thailand. So I can immerse myself in Thai culture and get an in-depth understanding of Muay Thai itself. I practice Muay Thai here, but it's not the same. I want to live and breathe Muay Thai out there, along with my family. Matter of fact, I was talking to the Muay Thai guy. He calls himself Sean. He has a channel called the Muay Thai guy, Sean Fagan. And I hit him up. I was like, he said, come on out here, but don't come out here to be half-assed with it. You got to be real committed. Otherwise, you'll be miserable. See what I'm saying? You can be miserable wherever you go outside the U.S. if you're not being productive and have a purpose. Yeah, fuck the law. I agree, computer whiz. The law can suck my dick. Real shit. Man-made laws can, right? Man-made law ain't shit but an edict, a demand by another human being that's telling you you can't do something they don't want you to do. Fuck out of here. What I look like. Fuck your law. Fuck your law enforcers. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? The whole world is currently under this Rona spell, as it has been under many other spells: inflation, corruption, poverty, pollution, police brutality. So it doesn't matter where one goes. Exactly. Rucket, Snap, you are an inspiration. I love you, Snap. We love you, Snap, for leader of the free world. Nah, we got to get the world free first. Let's free the world first, and then we'll talk about that. That don't have digital passports now, but they require you to give up all your phone information to fly international. Word? Yeah, see? Well then, take a burner phone. If you're gonna travel, take a burner phone that doesn't have your information. All you need to do is make phone calls from it. Learn how to travel. Marcy, that's thank you. That's very humbling to hear that. I appreciate that sentiment. Please look at the Great Reset. It's all coming from Tecate. Oh, it's been started. The Great Reset started a while ago in 1913 when the Federal Reserve took over the monetary system and ultimately the country. I appreciate you, Marcy T. I'm here for everybody. I'm here for y'all. And that's what I try to do. I try to lead by example if I am chosen to do so. What I did this morning with my premiere, what I showed you guys about that just a small example of police corruption, that's just a start. We're going to expose the corruption. We're going to put it on blast, and hopefully some of these bigger YouTubers can take that video and show it to their audience to reach more people. Not so that I can get more recognition or more followers, but so that people can see what's going on, so they can see the actual evidence of it. You know, it's one thing to show a cop kill an innocent man, and then, you know, it's easy to do that, right? And point that out. But it's easy for them to cast. He smoked crack. He did drugs. He put a gun to a pregnant woman's belly 10 years ago. So therefore, he deserved to die. Even though they say, well, I'm not saying he deserved to die, but look at what he did. Then what's the point? Why are you bringing that up? If he didn't deserve it, if the cop was wrong, why bring that up? Because deep down, they do believe that he deserved it. So I understand nuance. I understand how to read between the lines. So what we have to do, I believe, what I have to do is show concrete evidence of this corruption within the department that goes deeper and farther than just a chance encounter with a police officer that ends up with you dead for no goddamn reason. I mean, that's bad enough, right? That's bad enough. But what we need is documented evidence. We need disciplinary actions. We need to see what type of disciplinary action was taken. We need to see. We need to know about these corrupt gangs within police departments, like the executioners in Compton. We need to know about that shit so that we can see that there's a culture. There's a culture of shooting innocent people. It's not just a chance thing. it's not only by chance, it's also very deliberate. It's planned. It's premeditated. Like the leader of, you know how the leader of the executioners in Compton? We need to expose that shit. So when we say, oh, let's defund the police, let's abolish the police departments, we'll have something solid to hit these people with, to hit people like ABL and Brandon Tatum with. What can they say against that? How can they argue against that when you're showing them? They tell you, if they say there's no such thing as police corruption, there's no such thing as police brutality, that the police brutality is not a problem, it's not this, it's not that, then show them the evidence. And what can they say? Not only do you expose their ignorance and their foolishness, but you're showing you're gonna change some minds in their audience. You're gonna change some minds. Let's see. On Swole, you can use. Let's see. The government talked me into murder when I was a child, so F them liars. What? Mercy, what you talking about? The government talked you into murder? You're gonna have to email me about that. Looks like some troll gave your stream a thumbs down. There's at least one. Hey, that's fine. It's still an impression. Every impression gets me noticed. Gets my message out there. My message is more important than me. You understand? But I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing until I can't do otherwise. Let's see. I ain't worried about that one thumbs down. Michelle. Fleck law enforcement. I agree. And jealous had a bootlicker. Probably. My murder took place here. Your murder. All right, Marcy T, you don't have to. Oh, I get it. Okay, from a genocidal doctor. Got it. Well, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry to hear that. May the Creator bless his soul. I see what you're saying, Marcy. Sometimes, when people are in desperate situations, some people have a way of persuading to do things they wouldn't otherwise do. So, we're all human. Fabio happened to you once as well? I'm sorry to hear that.
You are? You out of breath? Do you want to carry? You sound really out of breath.
Bill Gates' father ran Planned Parenthood. Yeah. Margaret Sanger started. What was she? A stomp-down eugenicist. Margaret Sanger, a stomp-down eugenicist who wanted to wipe out black people. She hated black people. And guess what? She was a feminist, right? Right? She was part of the women's suffrage shit. You know what I mean? Planned Parenthood is only half the problem, though. The other half are the women that are doing it. You understand? Because, and it's not necessarily their fault. It's just they're desperate too, and they have been given no hope. And it's on every corner. They have been given no hope, and they may not understand that there are couples out there that can't have children that could take care of that child. And hell, they'll pay you for it. A lot of these couples, they'll pay you for it. I know somebody who was a surrogate mother, got paid $100,000 to carry a child for somebody. You know? Some people can take care of that child that you have, that you're afraid to take care of. Yes, you are forgiven, MarCT, for sure. I have repented and accepted the life God has for me. Good for you, Faye Bell. That's a lack of security in the home for sure. And you know, that adversity y'all went through, you're all the better for it. Now you have a real life example to show to other women who might be considering the same thing. And you can talk to them about your regrets, about the horrors of it, about what's being done. Just like my sister is a gang member, but she turned her life around and went to New York to work in gang prevention. Hold on. Whew. Now she's a gang prevention counselor who has just been promoted into a management position, turning things around in Far Rockaway, which is one of the more notorious neighborhoods in New York. And she lives there too. So she's in the thick of it. Yeah, are you in Far Rockaway, Sting? Yeah, she lives there. She's, I forgot what the name of her organization is. Even Kirk Cameron and his wife had a pro-life van. Good. One of my grandsons was put up for adoption by a wonderful couple who couldn't have a child. He is 14 now. Good, good. That's a real possibility. The purge is coming. The purge been started. There's different levels to the purge. You know, Tecate 19 was a form of purge. It didn't work out quite like they wanted it to, because people still have sense. The Tecate 19 purge is what I'm going to call it now. I'm not going to call it a pandemic anymore. It's the purge. The Tecate 19 purge didn't work out like they wanted it to, okay? So now they want to talk about tick-borne viruses in China again and all this other shit, how it killed so many people. Round 2 of the Tecate 19 by January is going to kill 400 thousand people. Yeah, they're working on it. They're working on it. But we have to do our due diligence, right? We have to stay functional, intense, and tactical. The definition of FIT. Yes, you have to forgive yourself or it just fester. My wife has a friend who just committed murder on her unborn baby not too long ago. Because I'm gonna tell you why. She's married, well, not married. She lives with her dude. They have a place together. They bought a house together. She murdered her baby because they wanted to party. They still wanted to be able to party and hang out and do all that other shit, even though they already have a baby. Then Tecate happened, right? The Tecate purge happened, and now she's pregnant again, but they're gonna keep it this time because they can't go out. They can't go out and have fun anyway, so they might as well keep the baby. What? You know, I had to reserve my judgment on that with my wife. Nonsense. Yeah. They had an abortion because they wanted to party. They wanted to go clubbing. They wanted to travel. They wanted to go to Disneyland. Then the shutdowns happened because of the Tecate 19. They got pregnant again, and they're okay with it this time because they can't go out and party. How do you forgive yourself for that? That's what I want to know. If that's your reason for murdering your unborn baby, how do you forgive yourself for that? To me, that's psychopathy. But, you know, she seems like a sweet kid. I think it was more her dude than her. Her dude is weak. Her dude is, and I don't like using these terms, but people understand it. He's an omega male, and not even a beta, okay? He's an omega male. An omega male is someone who doesn't even have a desire to want to be a real man. A beta male is someone who acts like they're a real male or real man, but are really just fronting and weak on the inside. So, where the beta is second in line from the male, from the alpha, the omega is last in line. Just weak sauce. No desire to be or act like a real man at all. And I have many reasons for saying this. That's what I think about women beaters. I'll just say that. Men who hit women, that's how I feel about them. They're omega males. They're not even betas. They're weaker than betas. Oh yeah, it will come back, Marcy T, I'm sure. That is awful. Good things they did. Someone need a vasectomy. Those are generally reversible. Yeah, I'm getting one. After baby number 6, whew, I got child number 6 on the way. I'm done. Whew. 6 babies is enough. I'm done. Hold on. I don't even know how long I've been at this, man. I mean, I know how long, but laps I've done. I think I'm gonna do one more. One more for it. LOL. These movies come from real ideals. They hide truth in movies. Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction, The Last Night. Yeah. Think about those names. Yeah, I feel you, Link. See what a treasure you are. Real men are whole. Or WQE, love you so much. Love you too, Marcy. Snap, I hear you on the other countries and crack scenes. But me, and you trusted the white man to shoot us up. Yeah. Yeah. They damn sure did shoot us up a whole bunch of times. Whole bunch of times. But I have to wonder, because I really got sick when I was in the Army. I never had any negative effects from the crack scenes they gave me in the Army. Except for once. They gave me a flu shot, and I had a real bout with the flu for like 3 days after that. Snap is beautiful. Thank you, Marcy T. Thank you, Marcy. Appreciate that. Snap is handsome, no disrespect. Fabel, you're making me blush over here. I know a gay man that calls himself Ernie Omega. Yeah, he knows. He knows. He has no desire to be a man. Snap, I hear you. But my white friend who's the Omega, you know, he doesn't appear to be gay, but he just has no desire to be a real man. Snap Turtle, you see the Brightbear videos are pro-Trump, pro-gun, but the website reading material is anti-white online. Really? Wait, Breitbart is anti-white? That's interesting. I don't really check out Breitbart too much, but I need to. So she married her gal friend. You funny, Marcy. Yeah, that's what I think. I'm gonna tell you a story about her. Hopefully my wife doesn't see the video and try to kick my ass for telling you the story. But her friend doesn't watch my videos, so she doesn't even know I have a YouTube channel. So she went out with my wife and her friends, and I guess her boyfriend didn't like that because he had to stay at home with the kid. He has a real problem with staying home with the kid, babysitting his own child. But anyway, they go out. He gets back, and I guess he had taken his son to his mama house because he didn't want to be bothered. And she's like, where's little Toot Toot? I ain't gonna say his real name on here. Where's little Toot Toot? So he rolls over, punches her in the face, and goes back to sleep. Just unprovoked, punches her in the face, rolls back over and goes to sleep. And she stayed with his monkey ass. Now, if she were my sister or something, I'd have damn sure been at his house. But my sister and my wife were like, no, you can't do that. Don't do it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, man, let me just go over there and have a chat. And they were like, no. But if she were someone closer to me, it wouldn't have been no question. It wouldn't have been no choice. You understand? Like, that's not something you could talk me out of. But and then she came by the next day. She came by the next day to drop something off. And I yelled out to her, I was like, hey, tell your boyfriend, I'll be getting sparring sessions in. See, if he wants to come spar, let him know that I'm training people and we can get our spar on. And that's one way I could work on them, discreetly without being overt about it. I can take him, I can get the gloves on with him and go a few rounds and really work him over. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't really hear me. And my wife kind of like hit me in the arm. So she was like, huh, what you say? And my wife was like, he didn't say nothing. But punk shit. Let's see. Wait for y'all to trickle back in. What's up? My wife called, so I had to answer. And I'm back. So yeah, anyway, Breitbart looks to see if they can suck me into reading self-hate. Beat that face in. I wish I could, Marcy T. Maybe I will one day be able to do so. But, she left him for a couple days, but got back with him. No, she didn't yell at me. Wife didn't yell at me. She wanted a snack. She said, will you bring me a snack? Did you spare any real professionals before that's out there now? No. I trained with Anderson Silva a little bit, And we sparred a little bit, but it wasn't no, wasn't no big deal. Anderson Silva's a great guy, by the way. But he's a beast. He trains really hard. He came to my Muay Thai gym when I was still going there. And I was able to work with him a little bit. He's a great guy. Very humble. Funny. A great fighter. Dude knows his shit. He trains really hard. I've trained with professionals, but not any famous ones other than Anderson Silva. She wanted to snap. That's right, Marcia T. She always does. No, she yelling at me for telling a story. My wife don't watch my videos. She don't watch my videos. Hold on. Nope. The wifey type does not watch me videos. And that's okay, because, she knows the same shit I talk in my videos, I really feel, and I talk to her, so she gets tired of it. Yes, Anderson Silva, yeah. No, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. Like I said, I've sparred with professionals, just not any like super famous ones that you guys would know. And that's, I chose a gym for that very reason. I chose a gym that would not have people like that. I sparred with a professional MMA fighter who fought on different tournaments and different organizations, but he's not that well known, and he's well known enough. And other than Anderson Silva, and he's a great fighter. He's a beast. He has endless energy. Like, the dude has an endless amount of energy and stamina. Short black dude. He's great, man. But you know what's funny? He's a great fighter, and he's also a trainer there at that gym. But he's not that great of a trainer. He's not that great of a trainer, but he's a great fighter. I noticed that when you start going to these gyms, a lot of these great fighters don't really know how to teach that well. And that's okay, because that's not their forte. Their forte is the fight. That's their thing. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah. No. I don't think we need the PO at all. We need to learn how to police ourselves, point blank, period. We need to get out of this idea that the police have any legitimate authority over us. They don't. At all. No adult has any legitimate authority over another adult at all. And that's just what it is. So what do y'all think? Has anyone out there started doing their own rucking? Grab a little 10 pound, get some 10 pounds, put that in the backpack and go walking. Start with 10 pounds, 10 pounds. Work your way up to 15. Then go up to 20. It's national genocide. That's all it is, indeed. That's actually the type of shit I'm thinking about. But I thought I was tripping. What are you talking about, Jay Slick Twisted? It's national genocide. Yeah, that's all it is. No legitimate authority. Once we have that understanding, then once all we need are a few million. All we need are a few million people to understand that no human being has any legitimate authority over another adult human being at all. I think it was a great talk for you on fire today. Thank you, brother. I'm talking about learning to police ourselves. Oh yeah. NFAC going to Lafayette. I wonder how that will turn out. I need to follow that. Haven't really been following what the NFAC has been doing lately. But I need to. I need to see what Grandmaster Jay is talking about these days. You know, see where his head's at. See if he ever apologized for attacking black people, for not agreeing with him on everything. Whew. Man, it's a rough one today. So yeah, I think I'm in the stream right here, y'all. And I'll probably holler at y'all on Thursday for another Rucking Live. If I don't do a live presentation from the house tomorrow, I'll definitely see y'all Thursday. But I'm gonna get off this thing now while the getting is good. Much love to y'all. Hit that like button on the way out. Like, share, subscribe if you ain't subscribed yet. Peace and much love to you. Everybody be safe.